it's time for another makeup review. This week I have the Rimmel Match Perfection concealer to review for you. Yeah, this is basically, I was looking for a liquid concealer because so far I've only tried cream concealers and, wait no I'm lying, I did try one liquid concealer but it's really runny and didn't cover all that well. So yeah, I wanted a good liquid concealer this time. And yeah, so far I've always been very happy with every single Rimmel product I ever tried, so I decided to go for a Rimmel one. As I said, this is the Match Perfection one. I'll just zoom you in. This is what the packaging looked like. Yeah, I like how it looks. It looks very sleek and nice, and yeah, I like the shade of blue they use for the little thing. Yeah, that's not really something that has to do with the concealer, but I just like pretty packaging. Anyways, the reason I actually chose this concealer isn't because, why do I keep wanting to call it the foundation? It's a concealer. Anyways, yeah, the reason I chose this one over all the others is that it has this little tip thing. I really like that, and I also like that it's like a tube instead of a twisty thing. They also have these things with, like a lot of brands at least, have concealers like this, packaging like this with like a twisty part, and then yeah, I always just feel as if they go empty way sooner than they should go. And yeah, I just feel like I have way more control with this one with how much I actually just, you know, use. Which is very nice because that means it'll probably last longer. And yeah, other than that I don't really have much else to say about the packaging. Another fun thing, by the way, is it actually twists on instead of getting just pulled on. So that's nice because it won't fall off. I do have that problem a lot with foundation, especially in my makeup kits. But yeah, anyways, obviously I tried it. I'm actually wearing it right now. So I'll just show you footage of me applying it over foundation and me applying it without foundation underneath it. Today I actually wore it without foundation underneath it. I just applied the concealer over moisturizer and then just added foundation around it basically. So yeah, I've been wearing it for like 6 hours and 15 minutes now. So I'll just zoom you in so you can see how it lasts through the day. So this is what the concealer looks like after about 6 hours and 15 minutes I just said. After applying it, as you can see, it didn't go into the lines, it just stays in place perfectly, it still covers as well as it did in the beginning, and yeah, pretty much I have no complaints about it at all. I did of course apply powder on top of it, because oily skin, you know, otherwise it would get a mess probably, but yeah. So then on to the first insert of me applying it on top of foundation. Yeah, basically I didn't really notice much of a difference between applying it on top of foundation or applying it on my natural skin. I just really wanted to try it on foundation first and then on my skin itself, because of course with foundation you already get a bit of coverage. And mainly I just wanted to see how well it highlights, because it's supposed to be a concealer and highlighter in one. And yeah, it does its job really well. I mean, you know, it obviously highlights. That is, by the way, one thing, I don't know how much shades there are in other countries. I'm thinking, seeing as this is 030 Classic Beige, that there is probably like, you know, paler shades, probably 2 paler shades. But here in the Netherlands they only sell 030 and 040 I think. And yeah, this one is the palest one to sell in the Netherlands. And as you might notice, I fake tanned, because if I don't fake tan, this is actually darker than my skin tone. Yeah. So yeah, that's basically the only downside, but when it is actually pale enough, it is a very nice highlighter as well. I also use it on my nose and yeah, anywhere where I want to highlight. Really catches the light nicely, it looks natural, so I'm really happy about that. Also, it just stays in place all day. It's usually it dries matte. I use it on the EasyNote foundation in the clip I'm showing you. Or maybe the clip is already finished at this point, I don't know. Anyways, yeah. The concealer or the foundation that I used underneath it was pretty moisturizing, like really shiny by nature. And this one is, the concealer is not shiny, it's mostly matte, and yeah. As you can see, it went a bit shinier on top of the shiny foundation. So, you know, it does adjust to whatever you put it on. So I'm thinking if you have dry skin and you apply just a lot of moisturizer underneath it, then, you know, this won't screw up on it. It'll just adjust to it nicely. And then I'll probably start the clip right now. I also applied it on my natural skin with only a bit of moisturizer underneath it. And yeah, it just applies just as nicely. It really has a good coverage. I only need a very little amount and it just, you know, spreads completely perfectly. It just covers well, it just highlights, it doesn't go streaky or blotchy or anything. It's just, yeah, I really have no complaints. It's really easy to spread, really easy to use. Also, one thing I noticed is, in terms of wearability, it's not easy to wipe it off. Like, I can just rub over it and no harm done. Also, I didn't walk outside in the rain with it, but I did put it on my hand and then held my hand underneath the water, and you know, it just stayed on there. So I'm thinking it might last through rain as well, depending on how badly it's raining. But yeah, I think it can stand up against a little bit of rain, so that's also good. And yeah, that was basically everything on my little list. And the most important thing, it doesn't accentuate lines, as I just showed you in the close-up. It doesn't accentuate lines, which is very nice, because that's a problem I have with a lot of concealers. I mean, I'm only 23, but I do have a bit of, you know, lines underneath my eyes. I think most people do. And I don't really like it when concealers accentuate that, but this one doesn't. It just, you know, covers them and fills them up even, and yeah, just perfect. So yeah, that's basically my entire conclusion. I really like this concealer. There's really no complaints that I have about the product itself. It's easy to use, it looks nice, it looks very nice actually, it wears throughout the day perfectly. And yeah, that's exactly what it promises to. Literally the only downside I can think of is that they don't sell it in a paler shade in the Netherlands. Because like I said earlier, I need a fake tan to be able to use this. And that's just really too much of an effort on a daily basis. So yeah, I mean, I think I'll get more use out of this in summer when I'm actually tan. But for now I just hope they'll get paler shades in the Netherlands as well. So I can actually use it in winter as well. Without having to fake tan first. But yeah, so conclusion, I like it. Yeah, as usual, by the way, the ingredients are here, but it's basically impossible to film this, so yeah. If you want to know if a certain ingredient is in there, then you can just ask me and I'll look it up for you. Other than that, if you have any other questions about the product, things I haven't mentioned, things I forgot to mention, whatever, you can always ask and I'll answer. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this review. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time. Bye! Start with cleaning my skin in the morning. I use this EasyNote Nutri-Vegetal toner for that. Because just in the morning, I'm usually very lazy in the morning, and yeah,